Have you ever felt like you're running on a treadmill that's going nowhere? It's the start of 2026, and you've promised yourself, again, that this is the year everything changes. You want the body, the business, the peace of mind, but by mid-February, the old you is back, and those big goals feel like a heavy weight you just can't carry. The truth is, most of us fail not because we lack willpower, but because we are fighting against the way our brains are actually wired. Today, I'm going to show you why you don't rise to the level of your goals, but instead, you fall to the level of your systems. Let me tell you about a guy who had every reason to give up. On the final day of his sophomore year in high school, a baseball bat flew out of a teammate's hands and struck him directly between the eyes. His nose was crushed, his brain slammed into his skull, and both eye sockets were shattered. He was flown by helicopter to a trauma unit and placed into a medically induced coma. When he finally woke up and returned home months later, his life was on pause. He had double vision, he couldn't drive, and for someone who dreamed of playing professional baseball, being cut from the varsity team a year later was humiliating. He sat in his car and cried, feeling like he'd lost everything. But when he started college, he didn't try to make a massive comeback all at once. He started small. He built a habit of going to bed early to get his life in order. He kept his room tidy to feel a sense of control. He started lifting weights a few times a week. These tiny, almost invisible changes compounded. 6 years after that accident, he was named the top male athlete at his university and selected for the academic All-American team. That man was James Clear, and his journey proves that your life doesn't change during once-in-a-lifetime transformations. It changes through daily habits. We often think that massive success requires massive action. We put pressure on ourselves to make some earth-shattering improvement. But James teaches us the power of atomic habits. Think of the word atomic. It means two things: an extremely small amount of something and the source of immense energy or power. Habits are the compound interest of self-improvement. If you get just 1% better each day for a year, you'll end up 37 times better by the time you're done. But if you get 1% worse, you decline nearly to zero. Imagine an airplane flying from LA to New York. If the pilot shifts the nose of that plane just 3.5 degrees south at takeoff, a tiny movement of only a few feet, you'll end up landing in Washington, D.C. instead of New York City. Small choices determine the difference between who you are and who you could be. To change your life in 2026, you need a system, not just a wish. James gives us 4 simple laws to build any habit. Law 1, make it obvious. Your brain is a prediction machine. It's constantly scanning your environment for cues that trigger a behavior. The problem is that most of our bad habits are triggered by cues we don't even notice. Stop relying on your memory. If you want to eat more fruit, don't hide the apples in the bottom drawer of the fridge where they'll rot. Put them in a big bowl right in the middle of the kitchen counter. Be the architect of your world, not just the consumer of it. Give your habits a time and a space to live. Law 2, make it attractive. We take action because of the anticipation of a reward, not the reward itself. This is driven by a dopamine spike in your brain. Use something called temptation bundling. This is where you link an action you need to do with an action you want to do. One student only allowed himself to watch Netflix if he was pedaling on his stationary bike. If you love scrolling social media but hate doing laundry, tell yourself, I only get to scroll while the clothes are drying. When you make a habit irresistible, your brain actually looks forward to it. Law 3, make it easy. Human nature follows the law of least effort. We naturally gravitate toward the option that requires the least amount of work. Use the 2-minute rule. When you start a new habit, it should take less than 2 minutes to do. Don't try to run 3 miles, just tie your running shoes. Don't try to read for an hour, just read 1 page. You have to standardize before you can optimize. You can't improve a habit that doesn't exist.
Mastering the art of showing up for just 2 minutes is how you master the skill of the long run. Law 4, make it satisfying. What is rewarded is repeated. What is punished is avoided. Our brains evolved to prefer immediate rewards over delayed ones. We need a small win right now to keep us going while we wait for the big results to show up later. Use a habit tracker. Crossing an X on a calendar is a simple visual measure that provides immediate satisfaction. It feels good to watch your streak grow, and that feeling tells your brain, this is working, do it again. The real secret to making these habits last past 2026 isn't about what you want to achieve, it's about who you want to become. True behavior change is actually identity change. Think about it. Anyone can visit the gym once or twice, but if you don't shift your belief about yourself, you'll eventually stop. Imagine two people being offered a cigarette. The first says, "No thanks, I'm trying to quit." They still believe they are a smoker trying to be something else. The second says, "No thanks, I'm not a smoker." That is a shift in identity. Every action you take is a vote for the type of person you wish to become. You don't need a unanimous vote to win an election, you just need a majority. Don't worry about being perfect, just focus on being the type of person who doesn't miss a workout or who writes one sentence a day. Your habits are how you embody your identity. So, how do we start today? Here is your 3-step 2026 action plan. Number 1, the point and call habit. Tomorrow morning, say your habits out loud. I am going to check my phone now, which will waste 20 minutes of my morning. This raises your awareness from an automatic routine to a conscious level. Number 2, the 2-minute version. Take your biggest goal for 2026 and scale it down. If you want to be a writer, your habit for today is just writing one sentence. Do it for 2 minutes and stop. Number 3, habit stacking. Use the formula after current habit, I will, new habit. For example, after I pour my morning coffee, I will meditate for 60 seconds. Tie your new life to the parts of your old life that already work. Building better habits isn't about life hacks or quick fixes. It's about a commitment to tiny, sustainable, unrelenting improvements. The secret to results that last is never stop making improvements. You have the tools now. You know how to make it obvious, attractive, easy, and satisfying. Don't worry about the finish line. Focus on the system. If you found this helpful, subscribe and share this with one person you want to grow with this year. Tell me in the comments, what is one tiny vote you're going to cast for your new identity today? Remember, tiny changes lead to remarkable results. I'll see you in the next one.